Alrighty, I've got a little friendly here to whet the appetite before the final, to whet the appetite. This is Icy Red up in the top left of Submarine and Colonel Panic down in the bottom right. As you may be aware, Icy Red is one of our finalists, and the other finalist is Nitro, and I'm expecting them to hopefully play the first couple of games this week. So I'll be interested to see what the form's like. Nitro, if you're watching, you might be interested to see what the form's like too, and do bear in mind if you've got any friendlies or anything, or any ladder games you want to send me, feel free to do so, and I'll chuck them on the channel, as per normal. This is pretty early probe heading across the map here. May not be up to anything suspect, might just be coming across to get a nice early scout. No, straight away it's a pylon, so there you go. There's no forge or anything in his own base, so I don't know if this is, just to kind of mess with his opponent here. Colonel Panic goes ahead and drops the forge himself, and that's his forge first. I don't know, I see Red dropping double pylon, really? I mean, there's only a single worker here. I don't think there's any need to pull quite that many workers, Colonel Panic. Colonel Panic look not building workers. I mean, what is even going on here? I see Red drops a gateway, loses the worker, lets the other pylon finish. This is just nonsense. Meanwhile, Colonel Panic's got some sort of like weird ass pylon over here on the other side of the map. I see Red, still nothing at home. What am I watching? Like, is this some sort of comedy? Is that, look at all these, look at this. This is just disgusting, isn't it? I mean, seriously, what's he going to do? Is he going to just let this finish up? What you even do? You've gone forge first, right? For reasons best known to yourself. Half your workers are doing nothing, the other half are trying to kill a pylon. I mean, why wouldn't you just drop the cannon here and send your workers back to work? It's already cost you way more than the price of a cannon in lost mining time. You know what I mean? Like, what a weird decision that is. That's just a bunch of madness. Anyway, it's a proxy double get. I don't know that it's going to get anything done. The gateway, the side core. Hang on, wait, what? Oh yeah, because he had the gateway on the other side of the map. Gateway and side core are in production here for IC Red. So presumably, I don't know if Colonel Panic's moved on at all, but presumably it's just going to be loads of zealots he's going to build. Why not? If it ain't broke. Oh no, wait, it is broke. So yeah, it's just weird, isn't it? Like, what am I seeing here? It's just it's been a while since I've casted a game, and I'm beginning to remember why. So it's a robo. We're going to have a robo coming out from IC Red. It's going to go ahead and expand. I mean, given that, right, let's just check the vision here. He knows that his opponent went forge first. He knows that there isn't a gateway here next to this pylon. I mean, you've got to be expecting these zealots, right? You've got to be expecting some sort of dubious nonsense. Look, please tell me he isn't building cannons just some random location. I mean, what was the point of these? Oh, if you try and attack this area, my cannons are going to mess you right up. Yeah, okay, I'll just walk around them, shall I? I mean, this particular location, it's not of massive strategic importance, is it? That's roughly the Falkland Islands. Like, what the hell? Anyway, the zealots are in, and I don't know about chronoing out zealots yourself. How's that going to work? Chrono out a stalker? Chrono out a unit that beats zealots? Like, just insta-win? Okay. So he's going to send his zealot in. If these continue working out on the gateway, they're going to take a bad beating. He's going to get a few probes involved. Unfortunately, loses zealot. Needed a bit of micro there. Needed to do some mineral walking with these workers. If Colonel Panic wins this, to be fair, I see Red. Like, you don't deserve to win either. You went pylon, gateway in your opponent's base, so you deserve to lose and all. There's an Immortal coming out, which actually isn't great against zealots, but Immortals have a really good range and they pack a punch. So if he's in any way, he isn't sensible with the Immortal. Look at this. Come on. All he needs to do is move this Immortal to the center of the mineral line and surround it with workers. Get the workers on it. Get them in the way. You need to mineral walk your workers through, and then stop them so they're in the way of the zealots. At present, this is just a shambles, isn't it? you know, this guy needs to run. Look at him running. Look at him go. Presumably there's like more zealots incoming, are there? And still, well, like, zealots, why would you build a zealot? Like, seriously, crack out a stalker, crack out a sentry so you can force it, you know, just crack out something that is better than a zealot. Like, oh, my opponent's building zealots and sending them into my base. I know what I'll do. I'll build less zealots and hope for the best. That sees him off. Luckily, it is going to see him off. I mean, this guy, look, he's busy taking the shields off a Nexus for reasons best known to himself and getting shot in the face by an Immortal. Unbelievable play, like, you know, like, believe it or not, this is one of our finalists we're watching here. A finalist. Sorry times amidst a pandemic. So anyway, Colonel Panic is now commencing at the 5 minute 45, is now commencing a cannon rush, and he knows his opponent's got Immortals. I mean, you know what I mean? Somebody said, right, you're going to be cannon rushed, you can have 2 of any unit. What unit do you choose? Immortals. You no hesitate, just Immortals, please. Just like, doesn't matter if this cannon finishes up. Like, what's it going to do? What's it going to do? Trigger the barrier on 1 Immortal? Oh no. Okay, so that went really well, but luckily he's got these cannons back here. So, you know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cannons back here. That's a grand well spent, isn't it? So the Observer's going to come out. You know, if he sends the Observer over here, Colonel Panic will be laughing then, won't he? Ho ho! It'll be a deep burn if my cannons pick off your Observer in the middle of the map. What's happening? What is happening? The Robo goes quiet. I see Red at the very least has an Expo. You know, 6 minutes 50, like not a third in sight because, well, you might get cannon rushed at your third. Meanwhile, Colonel Panic doesn't have a gas or a side core. What the hell? Look at him coming with these zealots. Like, at least there's a couple of sentries here, you know. So that's something. I wouldn't mind seeing a couple more sentries just so that you can like force field wall this and just chuckle to yourself. Oh, he's got the prism, so he can actually just dance these Immortals, and that's quite good fun to do. Yeah, it just that's such a shame with those sentries. That's horrible seeing sentries die like that. You know, 100 gas each, not a single spell cast. Horrible. But yeah, look at it. You know, these, you just kill this. Just kill it and faff about with your. Oh, I love the warping block. That's funny. You know, with the Immortals working out on these zealots, they're going to chew through them pretty quickly. Just, you know, you don't even have to run that fast. With the barrier trigger, you can just stand and fight until the barrier wears off. I don't know why the Colossus is coming down the ramp. It can just, like, hey, little Colossus dance there. Yeah, having a boogie. But, oh, you know, once you discover this, then you're in trouble, aren't you? Oh. Yeah, these cannons are going to end again. Like, why is the Prism still at home? Please just imagine the fun those 2 Immortals would be having here. You know what I mean? I'd actually quite like to see him just load, just go across the map with the Prism, open it here to power this gateway, which would become a warp gate, and then just warp in some units. just power up the gateway and actually build something from it. That would please me a lot. So if this, if the Prism goes across and opens up on the other side of the map, it actually, if he does it above this, it'll power that up, and that'd be hilarious. So please do that. That would be the one redeeming feature in arguably the grimmest game of StarCraft that I've seen this season. You know. What's happening here? Zealot legs. Fair enough. No sign of zealot legs for Colonel Panic, I take it. Nah, why would you get an upgrade? Sure, you'd need gas. So glad he built a side core, because now that gives him several different units that he can't build instead of just, you know, now he's got the option to not build stalkers and not build sentries with his no gas. So that's quite pleasing. Why, you know, come come on, get in. Why is this still even a game? You know, like what? Because you can't get down here? Because Colonel Panic's cunningly... Don't send the zealots down. What's the point in that? I suppose who cares? You know what I mean? The zealots aren't even like killing the cannons. They're just gonna... I don't know. I don't even... Oh look! Prisms come back. That was an F2. Right, good. With the... Yeah, fantastic. The the observer and the prism both back. F2 for the win, you know. The F2 grab. So, I mean, I'd have like just any sort of decency. Somebody should have GG'd by now, you know. You know what I mean? I mean, arguably, Icy Red should have GG'd after he built 2 pylons and a gateway in his opponent's base. But I'm still holding out a hope that the prism's going to come in and power this up. But I don't know. I think, based on the way it's gone so far, I suspect that isn't, you know, even that little glimmer of hope is going to be squashed out fairly soon. I mean, look, Colonel Panic's almost mined out. Why bother mining off these? Why bother with gas? You're not going to need them. I mean, who needs gas to build zealots? No one. That's who. Come on, just end this absolute travesty, please. You know, end this. Put me out of my misery. Yeah, hideous, absolutely hideous. This, you know, this is the new crimes against StarCraft, isn't it? Why build anything? Like, what? Just what the? Somebody please explain this to me. What the hell is this? Oh, come on, power up the gateway, come on. Right, so Colonel Panic now just like has lost all his workers. He's got 3 workers mining. Brilliant. You know, absolutely splendid. And Icy Rad's like had enough. He's just like all of those cannons off that 1 pylon. I don't know what. Look, that's another F2 grab. I mean, you know, I'd let someone off with an F2 if there was like some sort of exciting action happening. But you're fighting cannons; they don't even move. You know what I mean? Like, is there any need for an F2 to attack some cannons? I mean, I'm not professing to be like any sort of micro master, but I'd like to hope that I could attack cannons without the need for an F2 click that. Anyway, it does look like finally this game is going to end. I was about to say he's left a gateway in the main. Yeah, about that. Imagine his surprise when he finds out he was actually proxied, even though the zealots turned up later than they should from just walking across the map. What was that? Somebody help me out here. What on earth have I just watched?